Wow, it's doing a good job. And it's going to do 2 passes. Hello everyone, Shut the Dad. Let's do a really quick video and see how well the Dreame GoVac 400 from Costco for $500 cleans this world famous Just a Dad corner cleaning testing area. We've got a cable, fake dog poop, muddy paw prints, bunch of dirt and debris, and long hair. We're going to see how well this cleans. Now I do have the full review on this, how to set it up and everything, but $500, not too bad of a price point. I do wish it was about $350, $400. I do love that it has LiDAR navigation. Obstacle avoidance just going to be okay. The side brush does not extend and the mop pad does not extend. But I do like that it can lift the mop pads up and down because it has a carpet sensor here. And it has an onboard water tank, and it has a base station over here that it can wash the mop pads when it's all done. You have a clean water tank, a dirty water tank, you have a dustbin. Now mine didn't come with a solution tank. I'm not sure why. I may have to send it back or something, but the robot's going to vacuum your house, and then at the end of the job it's going to come back. Everything's going to get sucked out into the dust bag, and it's going to wash the mop pads, suck the water up into the dirty water tank, dry the mop pads so that it's ready to go for the next time. But I do love that it has LiDAR navigation. It's going to map your house. You can put no-go zones, and it's going to vacuum and mop in nice straight lines. So let's get started. Okay, after it's done washing the mop pad and filling the internal water tank, it's going to undock and travel to that room and start vacuuming and mopping at the same time. Now, I don't anticipate it avoiding that cable, but we'll see. All right, it's vacuuming and mopping. Again, when it senses carpet, it is able to lift the mop pad. It's trying to avoid that carpet right now. Not too bad. It's able to get up next to the wall pretty good. But the corner, it doesn't have anything it can extend into the corner. The side brush doesn't extend and the mop pad doesn't extend. But not too bad. And it is able to go under some furniture. And then because it has LiDAR navigation, we can see right where it is on the app. I love LiDAR navigation. We can see right where it's cleaning. No, it wasn't able to recognize that cable. It doesn't have the more advanced sensor on the front, but if it's a taller obstacle, or if it's like something like a shoe, it might be able to recognize it a little bit better. But it's going to run over most things, unless it's tall enough to where the LiDAR can shoot a signal off of it. Yeah, it's getting too close to that obstacle. Yeah. All right, keep this in mind. It is not going to avoid pet waste. So pretty much, it's not going to avoid much. Let me get a shoe. So if it's like a shoe, it'll avoid that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad robot. For this price point, I wouldn't expect it to have the best optical avoidance sensor on the front. All right. Wow, it's doing a good job. And it's going to do 2 passes. And again, I got the wetness on 23. I could ramp that up a little bit. Wow, that did a good job. I think it's going to get it all in the second pass. Again, there. So the shoe, looks like it did recognize the shoe. Now, it doesn't have a camera or anything. It's not going to take a picture of it. Even though that sensor on the front kind of looks like a camera, it's not a camera. And that shoe is actually a good test because it's not tall enough for the Lidar to sense it. So it does have to rely on the sensor. It's laying down some good water. So things like kids' toys and different things, it's going to run cables and kids' toys over quite a bit. But typically what I've found though, robots, when they do run over cables and stuff, it doesn't damage the robot. They're designed in such a way that I've never had one fail from running over something. I mean, it stops it and it sits there and the battery goes dead, but it doesn't break anything. I do like this. You can add an extra area, and if it's bothering you, you can tell it to go away. That's such a nice feature. Like you don't want to walk up to it and tell it to go home and cancel the whole job. But if you're in the same room with it and you're on the phone, you can pause it just by hitting the power button and then restart it after you get off the phone. Or you can go to the app and say, just leave this room, go to the next room. I've used that quite a bit. And I've used the add an extra area of cleaning. It adds a little box and it'll go clean that area right now. So it looks like it's doing the perimeter of the room for the second cleaning. I like that. So on the second cleaning, it's going to do the perimeter of the room again. So it looks like everything that it missed. It's doing a really good job. A little bit left there. And again, it doesn't say it can do, you got to have more advanced features to get the corners clean. Okay, that did an excellent job. That's a plus. I like that it does on the second pass, it does the perimeter of the room. Now, once it does the perimeter of the room, it should go back and forth, up, down. The first pass was like this. All right, now it's going to start, once the perimeter is all done, now it's going to go back and forth this way. And again, I paid $500 for it. I did buy it with my own money. I also bought the Roborock's QX, and I also bought the Shark. This one I'm not going to recommend, but this would be its closest competitor, and they're pretty similar. I'll have to do a comparison. I don't think one's superior to the other. This one has more suction power, and it washes with hot water, so this one might be a little better. Yeah, if I had to recommend one, it probably would be this over the Roborock QX Revo. Now, unfortunately, I'm not an affiliate with Costco. I don't think they have an affiliate program, but I did buy these with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video, but I do have a website where I do have affiliate links, justadadapproved.com. Now, you won't find these on here. Maybe I'll have a section for Costco, but if you click on that section, it'll just take you to the website. I won't get a commission. But if you buy a robot from me from Amazon or Walmart or the YouTube channel, those links, the products don't cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from the sale. That's a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to purchase these products and give you my honest opinion. I do have other products I recommend. So if you're looking for a vacuum cleaner or just even gifts for dad, on my website, I have a section, gifts for dad under 50 bucks. And these are gifts that I love, that I think your dad would love too, or anybody. And I review vacuum cleaners, I did coffee makers for 2 years. I've reviewed every Keurig they make. All right, here comes the moment of truth. We're going to finish cleaning that. So it is going to leave a little bit. That was a pretty tough stain. 2 passes wasn't enough. Everyday mopping, this is going to do a great job. There are no sensors on it to tell to go back and remop an area. That would be nice, but that's more money. So like that one I was showing, the MOVA P10 Pro Ultra, it's got a sensor in the docking station. So it's going to go wash the mop pad. That mop pad in theory is going to have a lot of dirt in it, and the base station is going to wash it, suck the water up into the dirty water tank, and it's going to pass through a sensor. And if that water's dirtier than normal, it tells the robot to go back and remop that area. This does not have that. That's more expensive robots. Which on my website you'll see that the MOVA P10 Pro, the Dreame L10S Gen 2. I'm pretty sure the L10S Gen 2 does, and the L40, which do seem to be better robots. But this is Costco. Costco has that fabulous return policy that I'm just now learning about. And people do tell me that these are cheaper in store than online, which would make sense.
Starts charging. Start auto empty.
Yep, it's going to auto empty the dustbin. That's okay, here's that cleaning of the, yeah, there's that sound. Okay, there is fine. It just kind of sounds a little odd once in a while, but there's that dirty water being sucked up into the dirty water tank. And if, you know, it just did a great job. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. For this price point, that's okay. You know, it takes more advanced technology to tell a robot to go back and remop that area. And some robots have a sensor that they can sense dirt, which that just works okay on some of them. But those are more expensive ones. Another alternative is the QX Revo. This has lots of advanced technology. Ultra, the QX Revo Ultra. The QX Revo, this is the competitor. This is the $550 one that, you know, it's pretty much the same as that. Maybe a little bit better. I don't know. I got to sit down and look at the specs, but they're pretty much the same. And again, the MOVA P10 Pro was on sale, $479 from Amazon, or $450. This is a far, far superior robot. It's got the dirt detection sensor in it, side brush that extends for those corners, a mop pad that extends into the corner and against the side. So Yep. You can see this is what I do for a living. I review robot vacuum cleaners. These are all the Q Revos they sell, Roborocks. And then here's all the Dreame. There's all the Dreame X's, L's, L10S Gen 2, MOVA P10. I did buy this Shark, but I'm still not recommending it. Let's go to, I forgot what I'm in. Dreame. Mop washing. Okay, so it's going to start drying the mop pad. There's a little symbol there. It's not very loud either. That fan's not very loud. And then there's the cleaning report. It doesn't take, it doesn't show you that there was an obstacle, but it kind of shows you it went around. Let's take a look at the clean history. Yeah. Not bad. That's a neat thing I just learned. So if you're ever curious about when I should wash the mop pad, it told me that it cleaned 6 square meters, okay, in 12 minutes. So now if you can fine tune your dock settings, auto wash, washing mode. Where's the time? Oh, I want to fine tune the when it cleans the mop. Where is that? Dock settings. It's not in settings. This is weird, but it's under custom. It's here. I thought that would be in settings, but if you ever want to, so you're like, oh, that was just the right amount. So 10 is the minimum. So let's say, you could fine tune that to where it would clean the mop pad according to what you thought was appropriate. 10, that's going to use a lot of water if it's every 10 square meters, or by time, from 10 minutes all the way up to 50 minutes. Wow. Or by room. That's if you wanted to clean one room, then wash the mop pads, and then before it goes to the next room, clean the mop pads. So lots to play around with. I typically just have it on this, but you can fine tune it as you go. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, this is my full-time job. I buy these robots with my own money. That way I can give you my honest opinion. And typically you'll find this video might have seemed a little hurried. I apologize for that. I was a little upset with the robot just because I'm like, the first thing I do is I write down everything about it. That way I kind of have a heads up of like, okay, this is what to expect. And I got a little upset because I couldn't find any information on it. So then I'm kind of in the blind. Like, I don't like to start videos in the blind. I kind of like to know, okay, it's got this. I'm so used to that. So I'll put a little blooper. I'll put the actual unboxing. You'll kind of see I was upset. It was a weird beginning. I had to start all over. But I'll throw it in here just for fun as a little blooper or something. You'll kind of see where I was like, everything with it. But again, justadadapproved.com is my website. I got all kinds of vacuum cleaners, coffee makers, upright vacuum cleaners, cordless vacuum cleaners, gifts for dad, just all kinds of things that I approve of, that I buy with my own money. And I just approve, the real world testing. I don't put pressure gauges on these. I don't, how does it do? And if it's a robot, like some of the robots most of the robots on that list have made it to my house, and I've put them through rigorous testing of just, this thing's going to clean my house, and can it do it? So that's the bottom line. Am I hassling with it? The minute I start hassling with something, I'm like, no. Because if I'm hassling with it, you're going to have a hassle with it. And it's just, with these robot vacuum cleaners, there should be no hassle factor, hardly at all. There's a little bit, but some of the robot vacuum cleaners have so much hassle that it's just like, wow, why is this thing even for sale? But again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, justadadapproved.com. I use links. If you click on the links in this video to some of the cleaning products and stuff, it'll take you to an Amazon, Walmart website, where if you purchase the product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do get a small commission from that sale. It's a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these videos. I love what I do. I am going to do one video where the best robot vacuum cleaner to buy at Costco. I've got 5 robots from Costco right now, and that was all from viewers. I really didn't know about Costco because I don't have one. It's an hour and a half away, which we just don't go to. But I've had a lot of viewers like, which robot should I buy at Costco? And I'm like, I don't know. So I finally broke down. I started buying them. I can only get 1 or 2 in a budget for the month. They're kind of expensive, and I'm not able to earn commissions from the links. So I will put a link to the website, I guess. It'll just take you to the website. I'm not sure how that'll work. Normally I use links, which take you to the product. I'll try to do something there. But again, really do appreciate everybody's support. Again, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. And I will be doing a video on the best cleaning solution to put in the clean water tanks on robots and the best robot vacuum cleaner to buy at Costco. I also have the best robot vacuum cleaner to buy at Amazon. And I'm going to be working on one. Walmart's tricky. The ones in their store are just junk. I don't know how else to say it. They do have good ones online, but in the stores, they're just way behind in the store. Pretty much Amazon has the best selection. You're getting the most options. I know Costco has this huge warranty that I'm just now learning about that sounds pretty incredible. So there is that, which Amazon doesn't have that. So, but Amazon has better prices and more options. It seems like you can get a little bit better robot, because these at Costco seem limited on what you can get. Like Amazon, there's probably 20 Roborocks for sale. And at Costco, I think I saw 3 or 4. So anyway, just thought I'd keep you up to date. Again, I'll throw a little clip here on the end. It's just kind of a bloop. It was how the video was going to start. I wasn't happy with it. I had way too much attitude in this, and I just didn't like it. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. Let me know what you think of the video, and thanks for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks again.